So I have been asked about where I create things, my office, that sort of thing. I happened to mention a few weeks ago in one of my videos that I was revamping my office, craft room, whatever. This is from the doorway of my office craft room. It is also my vanity. So it's a shared room. You can see there's a division there. So this is my vanity. I like to keep it all organized. I have all kinds of stuff, but I know exactly where everything is. Like these are my eye my serums, these are my eye creams, there's where my lotions are. I've got pretty mascara wands and eyeshadow applicators. I've got everything in drawers and all organized. I do show this to clients once in a while. I have a ridiculous amount of scarves. I just love scarves, and there's some of my belly dance scarves as well. So this is one part of my office vanity everything room, but this is one of the places in the world where I love to be. So this is my altar, and you guys may have seen this in one of my other videos where I did some spells. I'm hoping the sun's starting to go down, so I'm hoping it won't flash too much. But there's my Alice in Wonderland 3D art I did. But there's my altar. I usually have it different when I'm doing stuff here. So I just cleaned it up. It's part of my spring Austera kind of thing. And as you could see from going in, I'll back up again. I'm turning it sideways so we can get it all in view. This is the wall unit that I have that I got from a lovely older woman. And it stores everything because I have a lot of interests. And there's baskets up there. There's some saris that I've hung as well. So all the baskets either hold other baskets or they hold yarn, because I do a lot of blankets mostly in the winter time. So as you can see, we come around this corner and there's my wall unit, and here's where I create. So my cupboards are all organized. This is more the odds and ends kind of cupboards. If I don't know where to put it, I put it in this cupboard. I do a lot of junk journaling, and I'm actually going to be selling it on Etsy because I've done a couple of junk journals for people, and in particular I do junk journals that are books of shadows, so specifically for magical workings and Wicca and that sort of thing. So as you can see, I've got stacks of paper, books. I got stacks of books everywhere. That's my basket of threads and lace. And then this is all junk journaling stuff going down here. These are all my glues, all my various glues. These are some papers and books that I'm ripping apart. This box holds all my packaging for my earrings. I have some lovely sweetgrass here. This is more my sewing cupboard. I also use it in junk journaling because sometimes you use cloth as well, so I'm always collecting odd bits of cloth. In here, in this particular cupboard, I have all my fairy candle stuff. There's some book that I've been taking apart too. But yeah, I have in some extra jars of, things. You tend to grow a lot of jars. But yeah, so these all hold all the ingredients for my fairy candles, and also for my spell bags, because there's herb bottles, gauze bags, everything's labeled and I know exactly what it is. So everything is organized. I know because it looks like I'm probably a bit of a hoarder. I swear to God I'm not. And then here we are. I'm going to sit down at the command station. So I have an L shape that I use, or that I do. So this is where I have my, this used to be a graveyard dirt, but I've got it in another container now. And this is where I'm holding all my feathers. I was very blessed last summer and I got an eagle's feather. And the only reason I'm allowed to keep it is because I am native. So I got it blessed by an elder, which was really cool. And then I have a jar of, I don't know if you can see it there, fairy wings, because I mean, who doesn't have a jar of fairy wings. And then my violin and my drum are over here, as are my cinnamon cookies. Very organized in one of the holders. This is my computer. This is where I do my Mystic Mondays and sometimes Fabulous Fridays or Fairy Tale Fridays as well. So that's my computer area over here. But then over here we get into, well, I've got all my paints there, so they're all nice and pretty because I'm always using those. And then this is sort of my herb collection. And these are the herbs I use when I'm making my spell bags. I'll just get my light out of the way. This is for the computer. So I've got them all stored, and they all go like right down, lots and lots and lots. So it's like an apothecary over here. I just got 2 new things in because I ran out and I needed some more for different herbs. So I got that. I got my little glass skull here. A client of mine gave that to me as a lovely present. I got this pen organizer in, and I also have nail files because, you know, you need them sometimes. I did not realize how many pens I had until I got the pen organizer in. So I finally got them all, you know, tested to see if they really work, because I don't know about you, but I tend to hang on to pens and then I'm always like, this one doesn't work, this one doesn't work. So I got those all organized. I got a new bookcase for my desk area, and this box here, I love this box. This was made for me by a friend of mine, Lori, and I'll just get it out here. And I love this. She gave this to me as a birthday present on my 50th birthday, and this is my house cleansing kit. Oh, house cleansing kit. So whenever I'm exercising some ghosts, and yes, I do get asked to do that every once in a while, or cleanse a house, or a room or whatever, this is what I bring with me. But down in the bottom here, I'd have to take everything out, so I won't do that. But she's put a secret compartment in this box, so I love this box. It's just so beautiful. She made it herself because she's a very, very crafty woman. She does woodworking and she does pottery. I also have one of her mugs, but that's at my office. So see, you can see through here to my dressing area. But I always have stacks of books everywhere. So I decided to get this little desktop bookcase, which holds a lot of the books that I do have for reference. I mean, I still have stacks of books. Like, look, there's stacks of books here, stack of books over there, stack of books up there. And that's not even my library. This is just the books I happen to have in my office. So, yeah, I have a lot of books. Put my school scrolls back here. And then these are papers I'm working on for one of my junk journals. There's a cover I've done, so that's going to be up soon for one of my Book of Shadows junk journals that I do. And then I've got more. Well, this is art stuff, right? So this isn't pens. This is like, well, there are pencils back there, but this is like popsicle sticks that I use all the time, some painting tools there, markers, more markers, colored pencils, and colored art pencils. I use these to smudge stuff with. They're really good for that. You don't have to buy a professional smudger. This is my, if I want to, that's my gold paint. So if I want to make something look like it's gold finished, I use that. I also have gold sheets. And then I've got my highlighters here, my paintbrushes there. This whole section here, starting from here, and this is a new organizer I got, and going all the way down. There's another, you can see some of the beads there, so that's an organizer bin. This is a cookie jar or a cookie tin from last Christmas, and because it has dividers for each of the cookies, I've emptied it out, of course, and washed it all down, and now it organizes some of my beads. This box is for everything that doesn't fit into a bead section. And then I found this jewelry box at one of the thrift stores, and all its compartments hold beads as well, and they're larger compartments, so it's great for when I have a lot of a certain bead. And then I found another jewelry box and I've repurposed it. So this is where some of my big fat markers go. But up in here I've got my melting waxes for sealing envelopes and stuff. I've got multicolored erasers. And then I've got mostly, well, these clips, I'm running out of them. I'll have to get some more. And this is, I think, this came in a kit, and I think it's an eyeglass cleaner kind of thing. And I always hang on to those. This is batteries and paper clips. So there's all my paper clips. Again, I'm getting low on those, and I've got stuff in these drawers. I think I've got little pieces of paper and things like that. And then in this, boop, I've got push pins. So that's where I keep all my push pins. So it's interesting. And then in here I've got, what do I have in here? Oh, I have some Alice in Wonderland, and I've got all my measuring things, like my measuring tape and this little measuring tape. So I've got that all organized up. And then over here is more junk journal kind of stuff. Like I've got my book binding, thread and leathers. I do happen to have some blessed cedar in there. You probably can't see that very well. There, cedar smudge stuff. I've got some of my ink pads in here. Got more ink pads over there. Those are the bigger ones. These ones in here are small. These are where a lot of my big mofo kind of book clips are that came with my book binders kit. Because it's always handy to be able to hold a bunch of papers together if you can. This is jewelry wire that I have. And then in here, wasabi tape, or washi tape. I always want to call it wasabi. I don't know why. I'm stuck on that. And then here, I've always got a pile of papers, but this is my new book. Oops. There's my new book. Just came in. Published. Yay. So if you want a copy of it, let me know. Or reach out to me and ask me. And I can mail one off to you if you want one. I've already mailed 3 out this morning. And then, yeah, I've got all my tools over here, handy dandy. I got all my scissors. I got pinking scissors here and my hole punch. I've got a jar full of chocolates and gum, because who doesn't need that? And, you know, then the finer scissors here. I've got these ones that can do any kind of fine work. I got my unicorn scissors because they're fun, but they're good for the finer work. These are my book binding, there we go, book binding needles. I don't know if you can see that. So those are all the various needles to sew the pages together. Glue sticks, because glue sticks are always handy. This is my folding bone, so it's used to flatten paper and that sort of thing, right? So there's my folding bone. And then there's another one, depending on what kind of folding or mushing down you want to do. I've got all kinds of various little things that I poke things with and cut things with in there. So that's where all that is. This is one of the best tools ever. This is an awl. So this is what I use to make the holes in the books that I then sew together for the junk journals and stuff. So it's a very effective tool. I was very happy when I got it and realized what it did. It's like, oh, this makes hole punching so much easier. So now it did all go back in there. So let's see if it can go back in again. Yeah, there we go. We got it all in. There, it's all in. And my Starbucks refresher, of course. These are my notes for Mystic Monday that's coming up tonight. So I got that all ready. Yeah, so I'm all ready to go. This is where I work. This is where I create. So this is my little corner of the world that I love. I've got a little garbage can here for especially when I'm doing junk journals and stuff, because you get all kinds of little scraps of paper, and I like to keep my area fairly clean all the time. I kind of craft like I cook, clean as you go. So that bucket helps to hold all the little stuff, so I'm not having to take it over to my bigger garbage that's sort of over here. Yeah, so this is my new office area, creating area, because I didn't have this wall before, and I really liked that I was able to build up this wall to really divide between where I get dressed in the morning and where I create. But I love this room. I love, love, love it. Love my um, candlestick there. And then I've got bells in the window, and you can probably hear them when the wind is blowing a little bit. And, you know, I've got my altar here, so every morning I know to, you know, make each day the best one that I can. So that's me. Hi. I don't know if you can see me, but here I am. This is me. All right. Thank you for joining me on this tour. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. Maybe got some ideas and some inspiration. All right. Take care. Bye.